In this video, we will discuss about the important Viva questions and answers that is related to titration of acid mixture. Means we are taking oxalic acid and acetic acid versus strong base. Here the strong base is sodium hydroxide. Okay, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ important Viva questions and answers ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ discuss ಮಾಡೋಣ. Question: why oxalic acid is stronger acid than acetic acid? ಯಾಕೆ ಆಕ್ಸಾಲಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ಅಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್? In oxalic acid, minus I effect will be observed and this will stabilize the carboxylate ion. Okay, in the case of oxalic acid, the minus I effect is dominant factor. Okay, therefore it will stabilize the carboxylate ion. Whereas in the case of acetic acid, plus I effect, I means inductive effect, will be observed and this decreases the stability of the carboxylate ion. Okay, the oxalic acid ಅಲ್ಲಿ minus I effect is dominant, whereas in acetic acid plus I effect is dominant. Okay, minus I effect idre it will stabilize the carboxylate ion, plus I effect idre it decreases the stability of the carboxylate ion. Therefore oxalic acid is strong acid when compared to acetic acid. It is a structure of oxalic acid, the structure of acetic acid. Okay, next, second, explain the nature of graph. Okay, during this titration, means in beaker we are taking oxalic acid and acetic acid, in burette we are taking sodium hydroxide. Okay, therefore here we will get two equivalence point. Okay, this is first equivalence point, this is second equivalence point. Okay, means here two reaction takes place. The first reaction, that is related to oxalic acid versus sodium hydroxide. Second reaction, that is related to acetic acid and sodium hydroxide. Okay, in the first equivalence point what we will get? Sodium oxalate, that is Na2C2O4. Okay, in the second equivalence point what we will get? Sodium acetate. Okay, we'll get sodium acetate. Okay, ಈಗ explain the nature of graph ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ, initially see this is y axis, we are taking conductance in Siemens or millisiemen. In x axis we are taking volume of base added in ml. Base means here we are taking sodium hydroxide. Okay, from the graph it is observed that initially the conductance is very high without addition of NaOH because the solution contains fast moving H plus ions. Okay, first reaction ಯಾವ ಜೊತೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, initially the reaction takes place between oxalic acid and NaOH. Okay, because here in between oxalic acid and acetic acid, which one is a strong acid? The oxalic acid is strong acid compared to acetic acid. Okay, first ಈಗ ಬರೋಣ, explain the nature of graph. Initially the conductance is very high without addition of NaOH because the solution contains fast moving H plus ions. Hence initially the conductance is very high without addition of NaOH. After the addition of NaOH, the reaction takes place between NaOH and oxalic acid. The reaction, first reaction takes place between NaOH and oxalic acid. Okay, after addition of NaOH, the fast moving H plus ions are replaced by slow moving Na plus ions. Hence the conductance decreases up to equivalence point 1. Okay, first point, initially the conductance is very high without addition of NaOH because the solution contains fast moving H plus ions. After addition of NaOH, the reaction takes place between oxalic acid and sodium hydroxide. In this case, the fast moving H plus ions are replaced by slow moving Na plus ions. Hence the conductance decreases up to equivalence point 1. At equivalence point 1, complete formation of sodium oxalate takes place. At equivalence point 1 ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Complete formation of sodium oxalate takes place. After the equivalence point 1, the reaction takes place between acetic acid and NaOH. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಾಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಆ್ಯಡಿಂಗ್ NaOH ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಬ್ಯೂರೇಟ್. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ NaOH ಅಂಡ್ ಅಸಿಟಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್. Okay, means after the equivalence point 1, the reaction takes place between sodium hydroxide and acetic acid. In this case, the conductance increases due to formation of ionizable salt, that is sodium acetate. It is a strong electrolyte. Therefore, the conductance increases up to equivalence point 2. At equivalence point 2, complete formation of sodium acetate takes place. After the equivalence point 2, again there is a rapid increase in the conductance due to excess of NaOH. Okay, therefore after the equivalence point 2, there is a rapid increase in the conductance due to excess of NaOH. NaOH ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? That is strong electrolyte. ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. Always the conductance is very high in the case of strong electrolyte. The conductance is low in the case of weak electrolyte. NaOH ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಲೈಟ್, therefore conductance increase ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. In brief, nature of graph. Initially the conductance is very high without addition of NaOH because the solution contains fast moving H plus ions. After the addition of NaOH, the conductance decreases because the fast moving H plus ions are replaced by slow moving Na plus ions. Therefore, the conductance decreases up to equivalence point 1. At equivalence point 1, complete formation of sodium oxalate takes place. Okay, after the equivalence point 1, the reaction takes place between acetic acid and NaOH. In this case, again the conductance increases because due to formation of ionizable salt, that is sodium acetate. It is a strong electrolyte. Therefore, the conductance increases up to equivalence point 2. At equivalence point 2, complete formation of sodium acetate takes place. After the equivalence point 2, there is a rapid increase in the conductance due to excess of NaOH because NaOH is a strong electrolyte. The conductance increases in the case of strong electrolyte. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಇದು you can take a screenshot. It is a explanation. Next question. What is the molar mass of oxalic acid and acetic acid? Oxalic acid 90, acetic acid 60. You can calculate. Next, the number of replaceable hydrogen atoms in oxalic acid and acetic acid respectively. ಎಷ್ಟು replaceable H plus ions ಇದೆ in the case of oxalic acid ಮತ್ತು acetic acid. In the case of oxalic acid, we can remove 2 hydrogen atoms. Therefore, the number of replaceable hydrogen atoms in the oxalic acid is 2. In the case of acetic acid, only we can remove 1 hydrogen atom from the acetic acid. Therefore, in the case of acetic acid, the number of replaceable hydrogen atoms are 1. Okay, for more information related to conductometry, Viva questions and answers, visit this channel. Link is available in description box. Further information ನಾನು ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀನಿ. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.